Hi, this is Mike Fatasic. Thanks for joining me and for watching the video. And today we're going to talk about coconuts. The reason I bring this up is because the American Heart Association recently put out a statement saying that coconuts, and specifically coconut oil, is bad for you and you should stop eating it. But is the American Heart Association right about this? I mean, the fitness and health industry has been touting the health benefits of coconut oil in recent years, describing how it improves your immune system and your ability to maintain a healthy weight. So, who is right? Well, let's take a deeper look into the science and why the American Heart Association seems to think that coconut oil is bad for you. Well, since the mid 20th century, fat has been the bad guy when related to heart disease. And the logic goes a little something like this: cholesterol was thought to cause heart disease, and saturated fat raised cholesterol. So therefore, people thought saturated fat caused heart disease. The only problem is that all the research done over the decades doesn't really support this theory. Now, it is true that saturated fat does raise LDL cholesterol, and this is considered the bad type of cholesterol. But saturated fat also raises HDL cholesterol, which is considered the good cholesterol, which reduces your risk for heart disease. So it's more important to look at the total cholesterol profile than any one particular component of cholesterol. So while saturated fat does raise the LDL cholesterol, it only raises the large, fluffy type of cholesterol, which, as it turns out, is completely harmless and doesn't add to your risk of heart disease. The only part of cholesterol that is related to heart disease is these small, dense LDL type of particles. And the only time these kind of particles turn up in your body is when you eat refined carbohydrates like sugar and white flour. So the American Heart Association, by recommending to avoid coconuts because of their high saturated fat content, is only because of looking at part of the cholesterol as opposed to the total cholesterol profile. If you look at the whole profile, it increases your HDL quite a bit. So the overall profile shows a reduced risk of cardiovascular risk. Not only that, but saturated fat is a critical nutrient for your diet. Now, I did say it is a critical nutrient. This means that it is vital to many functions in the body. There's many, but I'll just cover a couple here. One is that it is critical for brain and nerve function. It is also important for making hormones such as testosterone and estrogen. And it's important for the structure of your cell membranes, which is important for cell function. And if your cells can't function well, then this is when it starts to lead to disease. So what's the take-home message here? It's you have to include healthy fats into the diet, and you get these preferably in whole food form, like nuts, seeds, avocado, and yes, coconuts, because they provide vital nutrients for you. So now I'd like to hear from you. Do you think saturated fat and coconuts are good for you to eat, or are they bad? Thanks for watching, and be sure to like the video, like the Facebook page, share it with friends and family, and until next time, be healthy, be happy, be extraordinary.